All right, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is Huge Problem. A grocery store CEO says that retailers are reeling from theft. Guys, absolutely. Completely. This is why all of these stores are shutting down. I think it honestly, at this point in our history, it may be better to honestly not even open the doors to the public anymore. That may sound crazy, right? But because of theft, it may just be better to have everyone purchase things on their phones, online. And if someone doesn't have access to that type of technology, sure, meet at the door. There'll be someone there ready to help you with your buying needs. I think that's probably the only way these grocery stores or honestly all of these retail stores would probably be like, you know what, listen, let me stay in some of these areas, because a lot of these stores are getting hit with theft, and that is a reality. But let's go and guys.
American consumers are reeling from high food prices. The cost of food up better than 4% annually, outpacing inflation at 3.7%. A recent report from lending.
Oh, we're at 3.7? Guys, if we're at 3.7 right now, inflation is by definition getting better, okay? Because last year it was at 9%.
Club also shows 60% of adults are living paycheck to paycheck. The number unchanged from last year when inflation was actually higher. Joining me right now is the CEO of Stu Leonard's grocery stores. Stu Leonard is with us. Stu, great to see you. Thanks very much for being here.
You too, Maria.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's early. I know usually we see a lot of activity behind you, but it's only before 7 a.m. I guess you're not open yet. But Stu, let's talk about pricing and what kind of changes you're seeing. Have you seen inflation and high prices come down as the headline number has come down, or no?
Well, you know what? I think when we look at our prices last year versus this year, Maria, they're about the same. There's a couple little blips, like meat prices have gone up because the herd sizes of the cattle is lower. So you're seeing a little bit of a bump in meat right now.
Guys, that would be a really good research project. Why do you think herd sizes are smaller?
Now we're hoping that'll come down by the holidays. But as far as other items, bananas are the same. Avocados might have gone up a little bit. A lot of this is supply and demand. Like right now out in California, grapes and blueberries are high because of the hurricane they had. So a lot of customers are finding you're sort of riding that supply and demand curve right now.
Right.
You know, a lot of the retailers talk about what they call shrink, and that is the shrink of inventory because of all of the theft. Have you had to grapple with that?
Probably.
Hey, you know, here's something everybody can look at. Look, here's two containers of tuna fish. Don't they look the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, one of them is a leading brand right here at $2.99. This one's Stu Leonard's right here at $1.99. Okay. This one is 5 ounces. Ours is 5 ounces. The national brand's is 4 ounces.
Okay.
So look at the two of them. They look exactly the same. So I would just recommend check the package size, because these big companies are reducing the size of the package and keeping the price the same.
Yeah.
Oh, they're padding. Oh, that's crazy. Listen, honestly, he just dropped some game on us, guys. Pay attention. I never even would have thought to realize that, because these cans literally look the same. So that must mean that they have added maybe like a divot or something inside the can itself that would make things a lot smaller. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's a great point. What I'm asking you about is shrink. The retailers call it shrink because of theft. Have you had an issue with theft?
Oh, yeah. Huge problem right now of all retailers. I talk to everybody, Target, you know, you know, and everybody's reeling. They're putting everything behind glass right now, so people can't steal anything. I said to one of the head buyers at Target, I said, well, doesn't that hurt sales when you put it behind glass? They said people were stealing so much it actually increased sales. So
that's
we
crazy.
got to watch it.
I'm going to be honest, guys. Listen, I go to Best Buy a lot because, again, the channel, right? I mean, I generally have to make sure that we have a lot of everything that we need so we can always maintain a very specific quality standard, right? So I'm always at Best Buy looking at cameras, lenses, things like that. And I can definitely tell you, I am sick and tired of going into these stores and literally nothing is on display. I can't touch it. The only way I can touch it to see if I even like this thing or this thing can function is literally once I buy it, right? And there's been a couple of times where I've actually purchased something that if I would have actually been able to see and touch it, it would have not worked. I knew it would have not worked, and I wouldn't have gotten it. guys. Right? But I understand, the times that we're in are absolutely crazy. Right? So even though the food prices apparently are getting slightly better or they're about the same, inflation itself has gotten better. But the reason why people still are feeling this terribly is mostly because of their rent, exclusively their rent. Don't get me wrong, I do think that people that have mortgages are pretty much experiencing the same or similar thing, but I think the renters are probably feeling it more. And what I mean by that is they sign new leases for up to rent because of the inflation. Now inflation is going down, they're still in that raised rent status. And I highly doubt next year they're going to drop that rent. I highly doubt it. They got comfortable with the money. So yeah, people are still kind of feeling it in ways that are absolutely horrifying, right? But by all definitions, inflation is getting better.
We have a security guard at the front door. We have 150 cameras in each store, and we're watching customers as they come through. But a lot of problems right now, Maria, is that if you do catch somebody, the police just, what are they going to do?
Right.
They don't even react. They don't even come over and arrest the person. You just really got to let them go.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying I am honestly in the camp, specifically knowing that people can just walk into your establishment and take things and just walk straight out, and you can't do anything about it. I'm in the camp of just not letting anyone in and making everyone pre-order everything. Basically, that's it. I'm in that camp. Right? Just try to make it as seamless as humanly possible. Maybe you have a couple of runners, if that makes any sense. They run, for the most part, to get whatever is needed, and they can kind of, make the process even faster. Things like that could work, and that would stop shrink instantly, right?
Yeah, that's definitely an issue, and that's about bad policy. Stu, I want to get your take on the upcoming holidays and what you're expecting. I see you've got pumpkins behind you, and we've got Halloween on the way. Yeah, and then Thanksgiving. That is.
No, that's That's horrifying, bro. That's terrible.
Something. Wow.
Yeah, that is something terrible. Wow.
So what are you expecting? We're less than a month away from Halloween. Tell us about your expectations for the holidays. We had one guest the other day who said we're going to have one of the worst holiday seasons this year because of this slowing economy and higher interest rates. Is that the way you see it?
Well, you know what? I'm usually a little more optimistic because we had to buy 500,000 pumpkins right now.
Wow.
I had to buy them contract like 3-4 months ago. Right. Christmas trees, we just ordered 50,000 of them. I'm expecting this holiday to be as good or better than last year. Our customer counts are up right now. Customers are buying, but they definitely are putting one less item in their shopping cart.
I see.
So,
guys, and this is the reason why the Fed is not, why Jerome Powell specifically is not lowering interest rates. Guys, if you want inflation to drop in any type of meaningful manner, we have to stop making big purchases. Or, honestly, purchasing things frivolously anyway. Make things try to last in your household, and then when Jerome Powell sees that little drop, he will start lowering the interest rates, guys. All right? Then everything will get easier. There'll be less people getting fired. Like, we ourselves are our curse. Us Americans basically being just consumers, right? And consuming in the way that we consume. The only way to slow this inflation down is if we honestly, literally, stop spending money.
I'm expecting a pretty good holiday right now. I mean,
of course you are.
I feel the vibe.
You're going to get that.
Pretty good on the customer on the store floor right now.
Terrific, Stu. It's good to see you. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Hey, Maria, one thing real quick. I got to promote our pumpkin chili because Sunday
pumpkin chili
morning I took over your plaza down in New York, right outside your studio.
Yeah.
We had a tractor in the middle of New York City. We had 250 bales of animals, and I'm ready to get on to talk about our pumpkin chili. And they said, your 4-minute segment went to 2 minutes. I said, why? And they said, Maria.
Maria?
So, I guess.
Bro, are you calling her out live? Oh, that's amazing. I like this guy.
You went a little over, or the timing. I don't know what goes on back there in the studio. But anyway, so I wanted to promote our chili here. If you go to StuLeonards.com, you can get the recipe.
All right. Thanks for that, Stu. Great to see you. Happy Halloween.
All right, bro, listen. All right, so this grocer is basically saying that he expects things to be business as usual. Honestly, I expect things to be business as usual. All Jerome Powell is literally waiting for is for people to stop spending money, right? Or savings accounts to basically go down to zero. Initially, they speculated that all of this was going to happen on October 1st. That failed. And now we have the new date of January 1st, where Americans are just going to basically be broke. Okay, so if we can get to the point where we can all slow down on spending, any big purchases you have to make, bro, keep that money. 2024 is going to be a really good It's going to be a really good year, specifically if you have a solid savings. Just understand and expect absolutely that if you have a solid savings, there's going to be a wealth transfer, guys. I'm telling you. Pay attention in 2024 and save as much money as humanly possible. We are going to get back, hopefully, to the free money days, guys. Absolutely. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.